I say, here at Kajun Special, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, back credit. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let them have it.
I've got my dollars and I sit in my best offer.
We say, yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem.
Hello, everyone, and good morning on this bright and beautiful Monday morning. How is everybody doing today? First in the chat today to get that pie point is James from Mexico. Hello, James, and good morning and welcome. Namcoma Fines. How are you doing this morning, Mike? Good to see you, Miss Joyce. Hello, Mark. I have to say that video you did that we watched yesterday of your storage unit for $180 was really funny. Really enjoyed it. Thank you. Hello, Lucky Charms, Wendy. Good morning, Wendy. How are you doing? Good to see you. Remind you, yes, I will talk about that in a little bit to remind everybody. Thank you. Let's see. We got Miss Joyce, Mark. Everybody's saying hello to each other. My phone's all kind of notifications going on. Stephen, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see you. Mark, again, taking everybody and telling everybody hello. Renee and Rob, hello, good morning and welcome to Rescue and Resale. How are y'all doing this morning? Yes, I am on the Facebook side as well. Sandra, hello, Tom Cruise. How are you doing? Good to see y'all this morning. Bobby, the Cap Guy, and JT. I know y'all getting ready to go pretty soon to a place called Maui. Hope he's getting ready too. You're welcome. Yeah, it was pretty funny, Mark. Crazy, but funny. So please give a long and hard welcome to our guest for this morning. You may know him, you may love him, you may not know him. But if you don't, you may want to get to know him. Because give a warm welcome to our guest today, Mr. Gino from Gino Finds. Good morning.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good morning, everyone. Just me, Kathy just came in. Hello, Miss Kathy. Good to see y'all. So give everybody a little brief description of who you are, what you have on your channel, and we'll go from there.
Well, I do ride-alongs where I take you on all my thrifting adventures. And then every so often, I also do haul videos where I show you what I bought and what sold in previous videos. And I love when you guys come along with me. And remember, you got to sit in the front seat. So subscribe to my channel.
That's right. So while you're saying that, I'm getting the link for you. If you have not subscribed to Gino, here is his link. I will post that at the top of the channel to where you will be able to get it. That way, I know James is doing links in the chat, but I'm going to pin this up so that way he can concentrate on others. And if you want have not subscribed to Gino, it's going to be in the blue box. There it is, pinned up at the top. If you have any questions for Gino, go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll be glad to get an answer to you. Either put the word question in caps or just let me know by saying at Cajun Roots so I can see it. So first of all, I want to ask you, how long have you been doing your reselling on eBay?
Oh, I've been doing reselling since late 90s. But I didn't get into YouTube until about 2 years ago. Not quite 2, but pretty close to 2 years.
Right.
I found YouTube by mistake, really, just one day.
I love it, by mistake.
I know. I just came on and said, let me see if anybody else is thrifting. I didn't even know people did that and made videos about it.
Exactly. Good morning, Dina. Hello, hello. Welcome. Good to see you. James, show some love. And there you go. She's got his link for his tacos right there. So when you go thrifting, and what I love about your videos is that you always start with a question or a trivia question, and you make everybody basically wait till the end to get the answer. How have you, what made you come up with that kind of concept on your channel when you started doing YouTube?
Well, when I started doing YouTube, I had no concepts. I just started making videos. But then every once in a while, I'd add a new feature and see if it took off.
Right.
Well, one day, I put in the trivia question, and then the next week, I didn't put it in, and I got complaints.
Ooh.
So now, every week has a trivia question. And trust me, it's not, after 100 videos, it's not easy to come up with a trivia question.
Exactly.
So some of them are really good, and some of them, last minute, I put them in.
Sometimes that makes the best ones, too.
I did Zippo lighters, a trivia on how to date them. And that was a big hit. So every once in a while you get them that people really like.
So when you go thrifting, is there any particular one thing? Because I know usually you kind of ride around, you bring us around and show us some things. What is like the biggest main category that you tend to go to the most when going thrifting?
The biggest category I go to, and not because that's what I like, they seem to be out there more, are toys. You know, a lot of thrifters, and you can tell a reseller when you're in the store with them, they always head right over to the clothes or over to the other aisles with all the trinkets. I go straight to the toys. And I make a fortune not a fortune, but I make good money selling toys. Right. And they're usually new in a box. I don't know where Goodwill and Salvation Army get them, and they're usually $3, $4, not much.
Right. Now, do you usually go to like a name box store, or do you go more into like mom and pop type thrift stores?
I don't go to thrift stores all that often. I like garage sales, but the problem is most people don't want your film in there. So I guess you got to be a little more brazen than I am.
Oh, okay.
But I find that's where you can find really cheap stuff. I love people when they say $1. Okay, what do you want? $1. That's what I like.
Bobby says, "Be a fortune. Be careful, Gino. The IRS could be watching."
No, not that kind of a fortune. And I used to have a lot of hats, but Bobby stole them all from me.
Aw.
Yeah.
Bobby, why you did that? Because I noticed you do tend to find or actually pick up a lot of like glassware and ceramic things. Why is that, and what is the most thing you like about that?
I love ceramics. The problem is you don't find enough valuable ones.
Right.
But when I do, it's very exciting. And so I read up on it, and so I'm always on the lookout for things I know.
So what would be the main brand or the top brand of items that when you're looking for that you want to find when sourcing?
You mean in ceramics?
Yeah, glassware, ceramics.
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah.
I just look for names that I've read about. I mean, even names. I found some Weller pottery about 2 months ago. That sold really well. God, there's so many. I can't think it as the show goes on, I'll think of more.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of them out there that you got.
Right. So when you do go sourcing, though, good morning, Susanna. Hello, welcome. When you go sourcing, though, do you ever even try to go to like any estate sales more than so of garage sales in your area?
I go to estate sales only if they're run by the person, like the family of the person who died. Once you get into the estate sales where it's run by a company, they price things. They pretty know what they want for them. Yeah. So I usually stay away from them. I do go, but if I have other things to do, I'll take the other choice first. Right.
Nakoma Mike says, I love finding Fenton really cheap. I love finding Fenton. This weekend, we actually went to a garage sale, which was a very odd around here because we haven't had any in a while. But when you go to a neighborhood, do you have in your area, do you have any kind of like neighborhood or citywide garage sales?
I used to live up in North Florida. They had them a lot. Down here, because it's more of a major city, I'm near Miami and Fort Lauderdale, that I don't see many, neighborhood sales. Once in a while, but not often.
Right. Yeah, because I was lucky enough to find Tupperware this weekend. Very hard to find.
And I found Pyrex in last week's video, so that was nice.
I saw that, yeah. So do you pick up a lot more glassware than you do toys? Because I'm noticing you're selling really well with that. I pick up
more glassware, but I think toys lately.
Yeah.
Glassware is usually small. It's easy to pack. It's light.
So you're not afraid to ship glassware?
No, I've never had, well, not say never. Very
Yeah,
rarely
really.
have anything break. I mean, I wrap it and bubble wrap and bubble wrap and bubble wrap.
Right.
If it doesn't get there, the mailman was drunk that day and threw it against the wall. So I make sure it's pretty well wrapped.
So I have a question for you then. Joe Sales of Auctions. No, dude, leave me a message. Anywho, when you go thrifting, what is the one thing you despise and never pick up that you don't want to deal with?
I know there's things that I go and I go, nope, I'm not getting that again. I just,
because I've never seen you really pick up any clothing. If so, very few. Is that a reason why?
I go to about 5 or 6 Goodwills and Salvation Armies a day. If I start going rack by rack looking for clothing, I'll be there till 12 o'clock at night. So I stay away from clothing. I don't know a lot about brand names anyway. But every once in a while, I think in last week's video, or this week's video, I found a pair of shoes, so I sold them. But
the Cab Guy Bobby says, Gino, how many of the toys do you play with before listing them?
Well, yeah, I open them, play with them, then glue them back together. So. Some of them I think are really cool. I wish I had those toys when I were young. But
right. So if anybody has questions for Gino, go ahead and put it in the chat. Either put the word question in caps or just put at Cajun Roots Resell and I'll catch it when I see him in the chat.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of toys, about a year ago, I found a Jurassic World toy. And it was $4 or $5. I bought it, brought it home, and it ended up selling for $110. So I started looking up Jurassic World, and their toys go for way more than Jurassic Park toys. So that's one thing I always look for.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And they always sell, and they always sell for pretty good money.
Right. Now, if somebody was starting out, never did thrifting before, and they would come to you for advice, what would you tell them would be the first few suggestions you would give somebody if they were just starting out, never did it before, but wanted some advice from you? What would you give them, say, the top 3 advice pieces?
I would tell them to start slow because this is an art form. You have to learn what to buy and be able to walk through a store fast. Spend like $20, buy 3-4 items, list them on eBay. Don't go crazy cross-listing yet and see how they sell. If you enjoy doing that, then you just keep growing and growing and growing. Right. I mean, I'll buy anything at this point if it's not so heavy that I can't mail it. But when I started, I was buying cheap little items and see what happened from there.
Right.
It's not an easy business, by the way.
Exactly. Are you into, do you use the cross-posting programs that they have out there? And if so, which one or ones do you use?
I don't use cross-posting, but I can pretty much cross-post from eBay to Facebook really fast, so I don't even bother.
Oh, okay. Good morning, hello, and welcome to Treasure Noir. How are you doing, Kayla? Good to see you. So when you go, how many times in a day do you usually, or let me rephrase this. First of all, are you full-time or part-time on eBay?
I'm pretty much full-time, but I'm retired, so full-time to me is probably not the same as to everybody else.
Right.
I put in 25, 30 hours a week, and if you count YouTube, like 10,000 hours a week.
Yeah, we were having that conversation before the show started on that. So how many times do you go thrifting in a day, or do you make that a daily thing for you when you're thrifting?
I go out every day, sometimes 3. Remember, I got to get enough footage to make a new video, so I definitely have to go out. 3 stores minimum and 6 stores maximum. And that takes me from they open at 10 around here, the Goodwills, from 10 to 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm out there pretty much.
And what is the farthest you will travel in a day to go sourcing? Away from your local area.
Yeah. When I was in North Florida, because things are a little bit more spaced out, 30, 40 miles I would go, especially if I liked the store.
Right.
Like I lived in Wildwood, Florida, and I would drive all the way to Orlando, Florida, which is about 45-minute ride. But Orlando, bigger population, more stuff.
Right. Exactly. So when you started doing your YouTube channel, what got you into doing the YouTube?
I kept making small, short videos, maybe 2 minutes, and I'd show them to my nephew. And he said, "You don't have any personality. Would you get a personality?" So I just kept making them, and him and, you know, your family's the first subscribers that you get.
Right.
And then finally, one of my friends said, I like this one. I got hooked that day. And I started making longer ones.
Right.
So your first videos really are bad. And I go back and I deleted most of them.
Oh.
I mean, you just sit there and you talk like a robot. Hi, I bought this today and I paid $2 for it. You know, it's.
I think one of my favorite videos that you did for a while, you were doing like when you first started. Oh, you're coming on for a ride. If you're subscribed, you sit in the front seat. And if you don't, you sit in the back seat kind of thing. But you started going through some of your items that you purchased at your Goodwill. But then all of a sudden you already sold it because you already listed it. And you would go back and talk about that item as far as the history of it. What got you into doing that portion of those videos? Because that was actually pretty interesting the way you were doing those.
You mean my updates or during the video?
During your videos and your updates, yeah.
Well, my videos seem like I did it all in one day. I make one ride, but it takes about a week of filming to get it.
Right.
So and I list everything the minute I buy it. That night it gets listed. So inevitably things sell. And that's when I decided, well, throw in an update and show them what's sold.
Right.
And that's how that started. And like I said, when people comment and say, I like that, well, I keep doing it. So.
That's a good thing. Bobby says, don't tell everybody he's your nephew.
Don't tell everybody
that he is your nephew. He just told everybody, but yeah, he told you not to say that.
Yeah. I like Bobby. I like his channel too.
I do too. Bobby's Justin said the first videos are terrible. The last videos are bad. I'm usually slowing, getting better. Yeah, it takes a while. It's just something you can't. Well, some people have it naturally, but especially when you're not used to cameras and things like that, you're going to get used to it. But the best thing about it is be repetitious, be consistent with it, because you're going to be able to get it eventually. Dana, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see you as well. All right, so now we have a good bit more people in the chat. Go ahead and give everybody a little bit more of an intro of yourself and how you got started and what you do on your channel.
Okay, I do ride-alongs, and I bring you guys with me, and I try to inform, and I hope we have some fun while I'm doing it. And then I also do haul updates, and I want you guys to come and watch my videos. They're pretty good, I think. Like I said, the first ones weren't too good, but these are getting much better.
Yeah. James has a question. Besides monotone commentary, what is the pet peeve you have? What is your pet peeve?
People who don't know how to edit a video. It drives me insane. And the monotone video, bad audio, and then they don't know how to edit. I get about 30 seconds into their videos and I just shut them off.
Yeah. I do the same thing.
You have to know, you have to have a flow to your video. So if you're just starting out, watch your video after you edit it and see if it flows. If it doesn't flow, start over and make one that does flow.
All right, we have a question. Gino, do you use GoPro on your harness or a cell phone to make your thrifting videos, and why?
I use my cell phone. The videos seem to come out in good quality. And why? Because the managers at Goodwill don't yell at you for walking around the store with a camera. With a phone, they do for a camera. So I get away with a lot more filming than most.
Right. Kayla says, Gina, we might run into each other at the thrift stores.
Well, I hope so.
I think she lives in your area. I think.
She's what?
I think she lives in your area.
Yeah, where do you live? Treasure.
Noir. That is Kayla. She's fairly new at this YouTube as well. But she seems like she's a pro at it when she gets behind the camera.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
There is some natural ability to getting behind the camera, but a lot of learning too.
I thought I saw a comment come, but I don't see it. So if you have any questions for Gino, go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll be glad to get your answer. She says she lives in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, then we're close.
Well,
I always say the Fort Lauderdale area because everybody knows Fort Lauderdale. I'm actually in Hollywood, Florida, which is right next door.
What camera do you use? Or what's a camera?
What's a camera? I have the chest strap for the phone and the camera. I never use it. I just walk around with my little thing.
I like using it because it's easier for your hands. You don't have to worry about holding something at the same time you're trying to use both your hands when sourcing.
That's true, because if you pick up something heavy, you can't pick it up with one hand, or it's so you got to.
I see that a lot in a lot of videos where they're trying to pick up something and they're holding their phone in one hand,
right?
Trying to pick up something in the other. It's like, why don't you just wear a harness or wear something you can use both hands with, you know? But
so usually, if you watch,
go ahead.
If you watch me, usually I pick up the item and put it in the cart or towards the cart. Heavy stuff, I just say, and I put it in my cart because I know it's going to look so awkward with one hand trying to lift this up.
Hello, Philly. He says, Gino, where's my balloon?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't see this week's video. The subscribers in the front seat released balloons to everybody.
Oh.
I tried to come up with something for it.
Good morning, Jesse. How are you doing? Clear Thrift in the house. Hollywood, Florida, famous for the alternate location for Hollywood Squares in the 80s. Okay. Yes, don't forget this afternoon is bingo, and Dana does do her continuing gameplays. I'll show after that. I was a movie star in Hollywood, LOL, but I'm down there often. I'll see you there. Okay. Gino, is Tony
Soprano
still looking for you?
No, that's why I'm down here. I'm in the witness protection program.
So when you go through, does your family help you in any way, or are you doing this all by yourself?
No, the shame of it is I used to go with my sister once in a while, but she moved to Ohio. So I miss that. I don't get to go thrifting.
Good morning, Sandy. She says, just wanted to say hello. Good morning, and good morning to everyone. Johnny and Gino. Philly says, Gino has the best perks of all his. Yeah, he does.
Thank you, Paul. Go see his channel too. He's really good.
Gino, tell everybody about your typing to get on Storage Wars show.
Oh,
you're trying to get on Storage Wars shows.
I was out thrifting one day. I used to buy storage rooms before I started thrifting. So I went to a storage auction one day, and there was a whole bunch of people there. No cameras, but just people I'd never recognized before. And someone said, that's the people from Storage Wars. They're looking to start a new TV show, Miami, Storage Wars Miami. So being the ham I am, I stood next to the director, and we talked. I didn't get on the show as a cast member, but I did get on as an extra on the show. So they came here to film 10 episodes, and I was in 9 of them. They're still on A&E. But just as background, I had a few lines that you would just hear from the background, because if you talk, they have to pay you as a cast member.
Right.
But I'm in a lot of the footage. People recognize me from the show, so that was fun.
That is awesome.
And then the 10 show stopped. They went back to California, Burbank, and they canceled the show. It didn't get high enough ratings, not because of me. So the director called me and said, I'll fly you out to California and go on the main show.
Right.
So I went there. That was a lot of fun. I got a private tour of the studio. It was in Burbank. Wow. And I met not all the cast. I met a lot of the cast, because how you try out for the show is you actually go on and bid and do your thing. Right. So I met a lot of those people, and that was fun. Didn't get a call back, but I think the show was on its way down at the point anyway, and they weren't hiring that many people. So
right.
I don't even know if it's still on. I haven't watched it.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Kevin says, not no more. Just gave yourself up, Gino. No more witness protection.
No more. Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, Bobby outed me.
Yeah, he did. So give us a story about the worst thrifting you ever did so far since you've been doing this.
The worst items? I can tell you some sad item. I went to a store one day and I saw this glass. It just had I got to think of his name, EG on it. And it was really well made. You could just hold it in your hand and know. So I said, well, how am I ever going to look up who EG is? So I put it back. I watched that auction show on PBS there. And the girl had the exact same thing. It was Emile Gallet. He's like the Tiffany of Europe or France or somewhere there. And it was worth $25,000. I almost died. Oh, no. The same exact one, and with the EG on it and everything. So I'll never forget Emile Gallet for the rest of my life.
That's one to learn the hard way.
Yeah, that's learning the hard way.
And so what was your best, when you go thrifting, what is your best find you've done so far?
buying storage rooms, I found the most expensive stuff, but $300, $400, $500 stuff you'd find at Goodwills every once in a while. Not often, but once in a while. When I did storage rooms, because I was living down here in Hollywood, they have the Seminole Indian Reservation. I bought a storage room, and it was obviously Seminole Indian had it and lost it. And I found these handmade costumes that they make for their parades. There was 100 of them. I brought them back to the tribe, and they gave me $5,000 for them.
Wow.
But you could tell the detail. This lady must have spent every waking hour making these, and that was fun that day.
That's interesting. Gino, Thrifty Junkadina says she picked it up right after you walked away, Gino.
Yeah. Can I have it back? We'll split it.
Mark says that that is a really good, cool story, Gino. I've been buying storage units now for 10 years because of that show. Speaking of that show, have you ever watched any, like I know you said you were doing, are you still doing storage units now, or you stopped doing those?
I got a little old.
Yeah.
You know, when you do storage rooms, you got to be, first of all, when you buy the room, you got to pick it up and move the stuff. Then you move it to your storage room. Now, when you want to sell it, you got to go to a flea market. You got to reload all the stuff into a trailer or whatever you have.
A lot of work.
Go to the flea market. Then when you're done, all the stuff you didn't sell, you got to reload and bring it back. So you can't be my age and do that anymore.
Right. Kayla says, I always get so sad at overseeing vintage Pyrex that has been murdered by a dishwasher. Ouch.
No, that piece I found in last week's video.
Yeah.
That was good.
Cameron, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see you. James never took a break. Jennifer never takes a break. Hello, Adam Hartman Made. Hello. Actually, he says, I love watching Gino's videos.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Those dishwashers are murders, yeah. So let me go back to that question about the units. After watching, say, the Storage Wars, is there anything that when you bought storage units when you used to do it, was any of the particular storage units that you purchased something that you will never forget because of the best item you found in a particular storage?
You'd have to say that again. I didn't.
And all those auction units that you purchased in the past, was there any one particular one that stands out to you that you remember the best find that you got out of that one particular storage? And what was it?
Well, the best was just the story I told. But one time I found this jewelry box, and it had the lady's engagement ring, her wedding ring, and I got a couple $1,000s for that. I won't forget that. And the fun thing was my dad had come with me that day, and he was a little skeptical. And I happened to find that really good room where I got a couple grand for the jewelry. So I made a believer out of him. So it was fun to impress my dad too.
That is awesome.
And he's no longer with us, but
yeah,
I love him.
Yep, you got to appreciate them while they're here, because they won't be here all your whole life. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, when you used to do storage units, what would be the biggest, or how many would you buy at one given time? Was there any set amount that you would purchase at one time?
Towards the end, when I was really into it, I was buying 3 a week. Now that's a lot of work. I hired people. I didn't empty them out all myself.
Right.
2 guys work with me, plus another girl I was living with at the time. She would help too. So that's a lot of stuff. And you're talking a couple, $1,500 a week I'd spend on them.
Yeah.
That was towards the end. At first, it's like anything else. Like I tell people when they want to start thrifting, start small, buy a small room, $200, $300, see how you like it, and go from there.
What is the largest size unit you ever bought?
10 by 20. They even scared me, even then when I was at the peak of it, because you're talking hours to get those things empty.
Exactly.
And if there's nothing in it, forget it. Now you just wasted your time.
Exactly. Unless you watch a video like this weekend with Mark, he paid $180 for this large unit that only had maybe 10 boxes total. And it was all full of something one of one kind. I'm not going to say in case of those who didn't watch it yet. You may want to watch it. It was pretty interesting.
I watch storage, that shows people that do storage rooms.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting to see how some people do their storage units and why they bid so much of the price they did. again, you I guess because we see it on our end on the other side of the camera, we really don't see what they're seeing, why they're buying that unit for so high. What was the highest you ever paid for a unit?
Probably
Knowing and thinking there'd be a lot in it.
Probably $2,000, somewhere right around there. I've seen people spend 5 to 10, but about $2,000.
Yeah.
My normal room I'd buy is $500, something like that.
Yeah. Are you afraid when you were doing that? Were you afraid of buying anything that had a lot of furniture in it, or did you stay away from those type of units?
Well, no one wants furniture.
No.
I mean, unless it's real sellable.
Right.
You know what everybody in the storage business will know? You don't want to see mattresses. They are horrible. They're hard to get rid of. I've never wanted to see them.
Hello, Roman. Hello. Welcome and good to see you this morning. Anytime picker is Roman. Good morning. So when you go sourcing, for example, do you tend to stay more to the Salvation Army thrifting, or do you also venture out in other avenues?
Mostly Goodwills and Salvation Armies I stick to. I kind of know that. I'm comfortable filming there. Mm-hmm. I get to know the girls. I can flirt a little. It's fun. But flirting is good because they tell you when new stuff comes out.
That's true. You're right about that. So how often do they actually get new items in that store or any Goodwills that you go to? Is it on a regular basis that they put it out?
They're putting out stuff all day. That's why people say get there when the store opens. No, because nothing's out yet. Get there a half hour after they open when the workers are finally done with their coffee and they're bringing out all the stuff.
Let's see. I'm selling a lift chair. Good money, 100 each. I got them for free for 5 to 10. Cool. So let me ask you this, because everybody tends to have this issue. And again, I know you talk about how when you go to the thrift stores, you usually go back home and then you list them. Have you ever, or have you now had started a thrifting death pile, so to say, from not being able to list everything you get in a day?
Well, it's a little bit of a sad story, but when I was living in North Jersey, the reason I moved back down here was because the woman I was living with died. Well, not to get too deep into that story, but her daughter kind of like threw me out of the house with, you know, it's my house too. So I wasn't going to put up with all that. I had to take all this stuff, put it in my truck and bring it down here. So right over there is a death pile. But as a rule, I list everything the day I get it.
That's awesome. So do you go back and list so many per day, or like you were talking about earlier, when you go to thrifting, you list that day of what you got from the thrift store. But do you make it a rule or a goal to list something from that death pile as well as your new items?
I did. But you know what's hard for people, or for this person anyway, to list something you've already listed. You already did all the work. It's sitting there, and it obviously didn't sell fast. So you know you're going to have a little bit of trouble. So I look at it, but very rarely do I list anything.
Okay.
I keep saying I'm going to the flea market and I'm just going to get rid of it for $2.
Do you still do the flea markets now, or you stopped doing those?
I stopped doing them, but I don't know why, because I can still do them. But, you know, all day in the Florida sun, it's not fun either.
Exactly. Does anybody have any questions for Gino? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Either put the word question in caps, or just put at Cajun Roots Reseller so I can see it. It'll highlight my name in orange so I can see it on this end. Do you tend to want, or let me rephrase that. Have you ever thought about doing Facebook Marketplace as far as the plus shipping? Have you tried that avenue for selling?
The first item I sold, I forget what it was, but Facebook didn't pay me after I shipped it. So after complaining a while, they finally did. I guess they screwed up. They're not trying to beat me for $60. And from then on, they pay on time. Every Tuesday, they send money to my checking account. So now I will use them. But at first, it was just pickup only.
Oh, wow.
And I still prefer pickup only because I get cash and I can go to garage sales and stuff.
Right. Have you been able to get into any garage sales lately in your area?
You were talking about an estate sale. I went there yesterday. I got there too early for an estate sale. I don't know how I did that, because usually they start, but the lady said, no, go back. But yeah, I go to estate sales every once in a while. Sometimes you get great stuff in an estate sale too. Everybody can't know everything about everything. So even if it is a professional reseller, you know, they don't know the brand name of every item, and I'm going to know something they don't know because I read and study, and through just doing it all the time.
Exactly. Right. So on your channel, I know you and I had spoke before, and we were talking about this before. You had been talking about or thinking about going live. What type of show are you thinking about doing when you go live, and what is your goals for that?
I'm just trying to do my first live and see how it goes. I'm not going to have a set plan. I mean, I'll have you come on. You could ask me questions. I don't know. Because, when you first do a live, you're a little nervous about doing it. I'm not nervous about being on your show. I'm nervous doing it for myself. Those dead 30 seconds when you can't think of something to say. And
right.
So I'm just going to play it by ear. I'm going to try one next week.
That's all you can do is if you want to do it, just try it out and see. And that's how you learn from your mistakes, just doing it.
Do it. And
that's right.
See, I don't read as the comments are coming up. I got to get used to doing that.
Yeah. Dina has a question for you. What is your favorite thing to source and list?
Anything small and light. If it can fit in an 8x6x4 box, I want it.
Yeah.
I used to find a lot of ink cartridges, and I'd make a lot of money on them. I haven't found them in months, so I guess everybody caught on to that. I was selling ink cartridges for $30, $40, HP, whatever that number was. If you
right, exactly,
you'd make some money.
Right. Adam says Gino has he is an excellent storyteller voice. Yes, he does.
Okay.
Let's see here. I love
I'm in
it.
the wrong profession.
What is your favorite category to list in?
I do like ceramics. I really do. And I learn when I look at a piece of ceramic and I don't know the name, I'll look it up and read on it on eBay. I mean, on Google. But toys are easy sellers. And 90% of the toys I pick up are new in a box. So it's easy to just throw in a little doll box and get rid of it.
You're right about that.
And they're like,
I don't know if I've ever seen you in your videos. Do you pick up any games or puzzles that are new sealed? I don't remember you picking up any much.
I won't pick them up if the box is open because I'm not going to sit there counting 1,000 pieces.
Exactly.
So I kind of talk myself out of. I did get an Elvis puzzle way back and sold, but no, I don't usually do puzzles.
Yeah,
and
I'm don't pick them up as the same way with you. I don't want to sit there and count them.
Right.
But if I look it up and I'm looking at what the item could be sold for or what it's sold for in the past, if it's worth me getting for $1 or $2 and sit there and count them all, then yeah, I would do it. But if it's something that's just a couple of dollars, I ain't wasting my time.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and do that. I got better things to do with my time.
That's why it's important for me. And I know everybody's different, but when it comes to puzzles and games, it's got to be sealed. That's the best ones to pick up.
Do you sell a lot of them?
Yes. I had to reset. I sold out for Q4 last year. So now I'm building back up again for Q4 this year. Speaking of Q4, don't forget this Wednesday, if you have an eBay store with a level that gets a coupon for any of your stores, this Wednesday is the last day to use it or you lose it. So make sure you use it before this Wednesday because it does expire this Wednesday for this quarter. And then, of course, we're going to go into Q3 already. So then the mindset should be Q4. So speaking of that, what is it that you prepare yourself for, Gino, when it comes to Q4? Now, I know you've been doing it for a couple of years already. So what is your theory on getting ready for Q4 in your store?
I get a lot of Christmas stuff in August, June, July, August. And then I just wait till September and then just list like crazy. I get them all done and then just list them.
Right.
Because obviously, Christmas time's the best time to sell stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sell all your ornaments that aren't moving. It's a good time.
You know what I found, though? Even though you have them listed, say, for the Q4, I sell those things all year round.
You do. I'll leave some listed, but then I find myself lowering prices, and I'd rather just wait and get top dollar for them.
Gino, how was your dog?
Oh, I used to have a mechanical dog. I tried that as I'd say I'd always try something new. His name was Flea Market, and I had fun with them. And the truth is, I just couldn't come up with any more skits about him, so I stopped. But I still get people say, "Where's the dog? Where's Flea Market?"
Anytime I'll pick it, that's Roman says, "Here is a good start of your first live. Just put together a puzzle while everybody else watches.
There you go. Count the pieces. Boy, that'll be fun. I'll lose about 100 subscribers. Watch me count pieces.
Look, that's exactly what Tina says. Good way to lose subs. Does anyone do a Christmas in July sale? I don't.
No, I don't either.
No. I usually, like right now, I am running a 4th of July coupon, which they just came out with on eBay, where you can set up a coupon where they would have to use a special word. And believe it or not, I've been doing this since the weekend, and I've been having some sales, but nobody's using the word for a 20% discount. I don't know why, but yeah, it was active. So I want to check in your store and see if you have that kind of thing you can do as well. But as far as Christmas in July, I don't do it. Here's a question for Gino. Did you ever buy a storage unit that management staged it to make it look like it was crap?
I bought storage units that they made to look like it was good, and then you find out it's a manager special later on, and you want to kill the manager. Hold on, let me show this going on.
Yep.
And they try to trick you, and then you'll have resellers trying to resell their rooms, and you know it's all going to be junk in there too. So you got to be kind of in with these guys and know what's happening. And
also, I saw where James put the feature channel for the week. That is Moon Goddess Treasures Crystal. Also, y'all may want to go back and check the last week's one. For some reason, Rosie's Closet Crystal. She went back down from 13 subs needed to like 15 or 18 now. So if you'll go back and check and see if you're subscribed. Anytime you go to someone's channel, the link's in the chat. Don't forget to put your link in the chat as well for your channels. But when you go to check it, if you go to their channel and it says subscribe in red, that means you're not subscribed. Change it to gray so that way you know you're subscribed by also hitting next to the bell of notifications for all notifications so you don't miss out on anyone's videos. Flipping Goodies, hello, hello, good morning and welcome. How are y'all doing this morning?
Bobby misses my dog flea market too.
Yeah, saw
Maybe
that.
I'll have to bring him back for a special guest appearance or something.
Right. Hello, Jane. Mike from January House. He's actually got two channels. One is the January House auction channel, and he's got his regular January House channel. Check him out. Don't forget to put your links in the chat, Mike. Hello, Larry. LL Stash in the house. Good to see y'all. We do have the link at the top for Gino. If you have not subscribed to his channel, there's his channel at the top in the blue box. I am now going to go ahead and open the channel to anyone who would like to come on and talk with us on the panel. And you have anything to advertise about your channel, you're more than welcome. Here's the link. You can come on in, and I will go ahead and pin that now and then change it to where we'll go ahead and put his link in there in the chat for Gino. So if you haven't checked out Gino's channel, you won't miss out. I had to take a long ride with him in his vehicle where you can get to be a subscriber. You get to sit in his front seat.
I just put out my new video last night.
Oh, cool. I'm going to go watch it. I've been doing a lot of packing this morning, so I didn't get a chance to watch anyone's video yet this morning. And what I usually do is put it in my watch later list so that I'll have something to play while I'm working and listening in the background. Thank you, Johnny and Appetit. There you go. You're welcome. Also, don't forget to put your links in the chat. Even if you have two channels, I know some of y'all are separating into two channels where you're doing your lives on one and your other type of content on another. Feel free to drop your links in the chat. James has been dropping links in the chat as well. Gino's link is in the chat as well. So if you haven't checked out Gino's channel, there's his link.
Thank you, Johnny.
Yes, don't forget tonight is bingo at 5 p.m. Eastern. Now, also this week, I will have my guests every day except Friday. Starting Friday will be another journey to the lake house. So this Friday and all of next week, we won't be having a guest on the morning show, but we will still have the morning show on a regular time. I already have them all up and loaded. I just don't have next week's yet. It's in the private mode. That way come Friday, I will release all of those for the following week. And it'll be just a morning show for about 30, 45 minutes. And then we are trying to set up to where we can go out and meet other people, do some more thrifting and that kind of thing. Good morning, Dawn's channel. How are you doing? Good morning and welcome. Good to see you.
How many people are watching? I can't see on here.
28 right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way, if you have any questions, let's say Johnny is finally giving me the Monday night off. Yes, next Friday. Next Monday. You're right. So enjoy the week off. So yeah, we get. Don't forget this Wednesday is the last day of the month from Pie Point giveaways. If you're first in the chat, or you go to watch the video that comes up, whether it's a pre-recorded or if it's even a live, if you're the first one to comment, you do get a Pie Point. And on July the 1st, I will be doing the drawing for the Pie Point giveaways, which is a 12-count box of moon pies. Let's see. Everybody's saying good morning. There's James putting in little comments. In your experience with doing eBay, what is the worst story you have ever had of dealing with a customer that you thought you were right, but a customer seemed to think that they were right in any of your experiences with eBay?
I'll tell you what, I sold a $50 video game. I forget for which, it was for the older PlayStation. And it went overseas. I think it went to England. And the guy said it was broken. So I knew it wasn't, but I said, well, send it back. He said, well, it's going to cost $50. I said, well, then send me a picture of it broken, smashed, but it's got to still be that I can see it. He photoshopped it broken. It wasn't broken. You could see that he had photoshopped it. But what was I going to do? eBay was going to side with him anyway. So I ended up eating that. That really made me mad because it was so obvious. He didn't know how to do Photoshop that well. But he just moved a little piece down.
Speaking of overseas, I want to make a comment, and this is more of a, how do you want to call this? A alert to the community. I took away the wrench, so to say. You may want to be on the lookout for anybody's chat. You may want to pass the word around that he doesn't need to have wrenches and channels, because this weekend, yesterday on Dante's channel, we do have an issue with someone in the community that lives over and across the pond, so to say, in Australia, where he took over his channel, that whole chat. So I made sure yesterday to take the wrench away, because as long as they don't have a wrench, they can't come in your channel and start problems, which is a drifter thrifter. But kind of found out yesterday when I was going through and getting the drifter thrifter's wrench away, because that way he can't come in our chat and do that. He also changed his screen name. So if you put in drifter thrifter, it will come in with some other name that is him as well. Even though if you look into the search bar, the top of the screen, and you go on that channel, you will see the new name in there, but you'll also see drifter thrifter's name in the URL. So you may want to go ahead and block him and or make sure you take him off the wrench of your channel, which is very easy to do. You can even go to one of your channel lives and actually go to find his name if he's been in your chat, and also take away the wrench as well. That way he cannot go in any chats and make any kind of problems. Because I also noticed that he is starting to do a $100 hunt coming soon. So yeah, I'm curious to see how that's going to play off, because he's been losing subs for his things that he's been doing. So just an alert to be on the lookout when he's in other people's chats. I know you can block him, but pass the word around to make sure that they do get their wrench away. We don't know what's going on with him, but he has been causing problems on a lot of channels. Yesterday, he had Dante that took over his channel with his the chat, and it was hard for him to keep up. He blocked everybody for some reason. What happened? I'm not there. I didn't see it, but I did get notification of it. Wendy says, wow. If you did not watch the birthday party, it is a must see. That happened yesterday on Dante's channel, so you may want to check it out, because it was Kayla's birthday yesterday, and he caused a big old stink in their chat. So just be on the lookout for that. Go to your channel and make sure you either take him away, take him off, or even his Instagram account was suspended. He's also got other accounts on IG. Yeah, I heard about that. But he has changed his channel name. But if you put his name in the search bar, the other channel name will come up. So be on the lookout. Good to know. And again, we're not here to bash anybody, but when you go in somebody's channel and doing these type of things, it's not good. And so in a community, we need to stick together and not let that happen in your chat. It's something he did yesterday, and it was unbelievable. Probably was a bully. It's a lot of bullying, and that is correct. That's a form of bullying. Block him from your YouTube. Yes, you can. You can also report him if he has any problems in your channel. I was there. It was deleting messages and blocking people on Dante's channel. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that yesterday. So I'm just giving a word of advice so it doesn't happen to you while you're doing a live. I took care of that immediately yesterday, and I actually put it not only in the block, but also took his wrench away so he can't come in the channel and do anything, because, again, when you're not wrenched, you can't. So just a little FYI. If he shows up in your chat, how your senior mod ban him. Yes, exactly. So just a little word of caution. Some of y'all may not have seen it, but just in case, we want to make sure we stick together with this kind of thing because that's not a good thing. I remember him on Johnny's. Yeah.
Johnny, you can help me for when I go live. How do you give people wrenches? What do you do?
What you're going to do is like I showed you how to break and make sure you pop out the chat.
Right.
You can only do it in the YouTube channel chat, by the way. What you're going to do is I'm going to share my screen to show you. Share screen. All right. When you're in your channel, like here, I have it big so you can see all of it. Let me take that comment off. Right here on each person's name. Let me minimize this a little bit so you can actually see this because I actually have YouTube open also.
Okay.
Just so you can kind of see it better. Each name, when you highlight a person's name, if you look all the way to the right, there's 3 dots.
Right.
Click on the 3 dots. And right at the bottom, it says, of course, if they're wrenched, it'll say remove it. But if you're not wrenched, it'll say add as moderator or add moderator. That's how you give a wrench.
Now, you can only do that if you're the person hosting the live?
Correct.
Okay.
Now, if you do not give them a wrench, some channels don't give everybody a wrench because it depends on what their channel's about.
Right.
But if something happens and you have a problem with somebody, you can go into any of your chats that once you go live and it's up on your channel, you can go back and watch your channel and also go back to the chat. And you can also remove a wrench if somebody's causing you problems in your chat.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right here where it says remove as moderator, that's how you take away the wrench. Same way you gave it to them. It's always going to be the last one of the 3 dots.
Okay. I got it.
So in case if that happens, you definitely want to do it that way because, let me move this back over here, minimize it, and stop sharing my screen. There's a lot of little things behind the scenes that you have to do, but once you do it and you have the hang of it, it's going to come to you easy. And remove. And that's how basic you would take and give away or add a wrench. You give somebody as a wrench. And one thing about a wrench is once you have somebody say that's your regularly every day coming to your channel, whatever your videos, and you know them, and if something happens like in that situation, they come to your channel, they don't have a wrench, they can't do none of that stuff. They can't time anybody out. Only those who have wrenches can time somebody without a wrench on.
Okay.
And so that kind of controls who you have in your channel with wrenches.
That's
in the
good to know. Okay.
Yeah. Stairs, Katie. Happy belated birthday. Sorry I didn't get to make your channel yesterday, but it was her birthday yesterday. Hey, shout out. Dante working really hard to figure out who it was and getting rid of it. And that is awesome. I did hear about it. And I'm so sorry that happened. When I did hear about it, I automatically went to my channel while I was working and I removed them. So I didn't want that happening in our channel. So yeah. Yeah, just like I have the Hollow Dollar Money in Motion. Somebody pointed it out to me this weekend that he was, last week, that he was starting the Hollow Dollar Hunt. But the thing about it is he's losing subscribers. So it doesn't matter to me because it's him and his wife. More power to him. Good luck. That's all I got to say. Regular for a while and then say, yeah.
And he's from England?
He's from Australia.
Australia.
Yeah. Okay. And so that's why this was more of a moment to tell everybody in the community, for those who may not have caught that video yesterday on Dante's channel, make sure you check out on that. And if if he's in your channels, you just never know what's happening. Why is he doing this? We don't know. He's been in other channels this weekend that I've noticed where he's caused problems. So that's just a caution of awareness. Be on the lookout for when he is in your chats, because your moderators can, if you want to take away that wrench, just go to your channel and take it off. You can even go to one of your lives and take it off in a live of your channel in the chat. But this way, this helps everybody basically stick together, because, we don't know what's going on with him, why this is happening, but we did notice it's getting worse. That's so, yeah, bad. That is a big lesson, yes.
I'll be on the lookout.
Yeah. All right, Jessica, have a good day. Don't work too hard. I understand if that is the right channel. Still not sure, because I think this channel is his name. Yeah, he did change his name. Actually, let me find it, because I did block it yesterday. If you go into YouTube, I want to say, let me look it up real quick, because I'm not subscribed to any of them anymore, but I did look it up. And did this. Drifter. Okay. If you go to Drifters, when you go to that link, it comes up as, now he's changed it, called Bubble Gump. He changed it again yesterday. So now it's called Bubblegum. Oh, look at this one. I got to share this. Hold on. Let me back up and show you what happened. I'm going to share my screen. He's really getting creative. He's starting to be like the little stalker on Mondays. Okay, if I put in Drifter Thrifter in the search bar up here, you see what it says up here? It says Drifter Thrifter. I go to his channel, and now it comes up with Bubba Gump. Now he's losing subscribers still. But when you click on that channel, watch what else he changed it to on that channel. LOL Johnny.
Oh, he's... What
so you see, he must be watching, but that's how you find out what other channel he's changed his name to. So as of right now, it's LOL Johnny when you go to his channel. But when you put in Drifter Thrifter, it does come up Bubba Gump. So and it doesn't matter because that link, if you go right here to his homepage, I'm going to show you something. If you hit homepage, look what his actual email at his YouTube channel is. Drifter Thrifter. He's only changing the name on the sheet, but he still has Drifter Thrifter as his main link. So be on the that's the word person we're talking about. That's what he's been doing, and he's been getting worse. So I am putting this out as a word of caution for everyone. Filter channels. Let's see where you put the filter channels at. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Go back here. I'm not sure. I remember you said something about that the other day. But anyway, right here. Here we go. Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm just showing everybody what is he doing to keep him away from your channel. Don't be aware of it. That's all I'm saying. And Gino, where you went? Gino. So anyway, just be careful on that. Good information. Thank you for sharing. And again, I am not afraid to do this because, again, I heard this happen this weekend. And so just be on the lookout for that because I did look this up this weekend and he did change it. It was something else. Now it's Bubble Gump. And when you go to click on it, it says LOL Johnny, which I can care less. I just know one thing. He's not in my channel and I did block him. So you may want to do the same. And definitely when you block him, make sure you do block it. You can even go to one of your lives. If you've done a live or any of your channels with the chat, if you do allow your chat to go back with your channel, definitely share it out. I'm trying to figure out where it was now. Oh, here we go. So you're welcome, Kate. And that's the biggest thing about now is we want to let everybody know about what's going on in case if you were not aware of it. Definitely you don't want this part be part of this for you. So that's why I'm sharing this. Amy, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see each and every one of y'all. Got to find the remote for the glam baby boy. Please have a wonderful day. Well, have a good day. Thank you. Good to see you. Let's see here. What? Yeah, that's the originally Drifter Thrifter, and he's causing a lot of issues. So we're just giving awareness to the company, the community. What a creep. Yeah. And he did that really bad this weekend on that live with Dante's channel. So definitely, we just want to pass pass the information out.
Who is Dante? What's his channel?
Dante is Prison to Profit. Kate or someone, can y'all drop Prison to Profit Dante's channel, please? Yeah, and just check that name out again. And once you do it, it'll be in the search bar at the top, and he still has his original name. I just woke up. Is this real time? Yes, it is, Patrick. You are live with us. Yes. Thank you for letting us know. And again, this is just something that was happening this weekend. I did go into my channel and not only take the wrench away, but also blocked him. So good morning, hello, and welcome, Aaron. And what the good thing about it is, as long as you have Drifter Thrifter in your title, no matter how many times it changes his name, it'll still delete it. It won't let him in. So good morning, Aaron. Good to see you. And it's just a matter of everybody picking and saving everybody from these type of problems. Because it's been getting worse in other channels as well. You should report this. Yes, you can also go and report it, but I'm going to do this after the show. I couldn't do it yesterday because I couldn't. He's got so many different channel names. It's hard to figure out which one. So I was going to do that today. But that's why I want to share it because it's getting worse. I've seen it in a lot of other chats this weekend. So, yeah. Perlini, if you look at the title and you go to the home page, if you go to anybody's channel, especially his, and you go to the word home page under the link of the, let me show you. I can tell you all day, but let me open up a page here. All right, let me share my screen again. If you go to anybody's channel, no matter who it is, what's going to happen is when you go to, say, my channel, or just put in anybody's channel at the top, let's say Cajun Roots. I'm just going to use this as an example. When you go to the person's page, I'm going to go right to the main page, and you go to the word home right here. If you just type it, if you click on the word home, that'll be their channel name up here at the top. No matter what it is, if it's not customized, no matter what it is, that'll be their actual channel name at the top. So that's how you actually get to know what the channel is. But in this case with him, if you go to Drifter Thrifter here, he's got, and you put it in the search bar, you go to hit search. Now it's on the Bubba Gump, and it's been a Garfield the last couple of names. So if you hit that, still the same thing, not just says LOL. So he is definitely lurking in the channel, because if it wouldn't be for the case, he wouldn't be changing it while we're talking about it. I don't give a rat's, excuse my French, you know what, because he's gotten to the point where he's doing this on a lot of people's channels. I'm not going to put up with it because that's a form of bullying. This, no matter what country you're in, it's not going to happen here. So anywho, he does change it, so you know he's watching it. So if you hit the word home, no matter what channel he's going to have, it's still going to be his, whatever it is up here. And if you see, Drifter Thrifters. So he still has the same channel name. He's just going in and changing the main picture and the main thing. So even if you put the word Drifter Thrifter in your search bar, it doesn't matter. You can actually go to your chats. If he's been in any of your chats, and you allow the chat to go, especially if you do a live, or even if he does a comment in your videos, you can actually click on that name and ban him from that automatically. So don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it being in a channel. If he does do any kind of comments, you definitely can go into your videos, even though it's uploaded already, and especially if you do a live, you can go in your chat and actually remove him and ban him from there, and also report him. There is a way you can report someone for bullying, as long as you're on their channel, and you can do it on that channel. There's James's link for buying me a taco. Glammy, hello. Thank you so much. Oh, Lord Jesus, this flew. Glammy, thank you so much. Let's see here. Before I go, thank you guys for the heads up about a little bully. Thank you so much. Not necessary, but greatly appreciated. So this is for you, Glammy. Especially for you and those who do super chats. Here we go, just for you.
The dollars, let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let him have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it. With no problem. Let him have it.
Thank you so much.
Very sweet.
I'm
going to go. Is that okay?
Yes. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for, before you go, I'm going to go ahead and put you a big, so you can let everyone know what's going on your channel, anything you have coming up, and of course your videos, and how they can reach out to you if they have any questions.
Okay, guys. Well, I just put out a new video last night, so come and watch that. And like I said at the beginning, I do a lot of haul videos, and I do a lot of drive with me and see what I bought. And hopefully we have a lot of fun while we're doing it. So, okay, I hope to see you guys on my channel.
And hopefully soon we get to see you come out and do a live. We're looking forward to that in the future. And again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you.
I'm thinking within a week to do my first live.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you so much, and Gino, and thank you so much for coming and taking the time to be on the show this morning.
Johnny, thank you. You're one of the better guys on here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Let's see. Dante, Little Guys, a New Butt, Epic Outburst. Go watch it. Yes, I need to go watch it. You like auctions, items. Yes, Dawn does a auction on her channel. So definitely go check it out. There's a link. Save it if you have to save the channel, and go watch it when she does. And also when you subscribe to someone, right next to the 3 bells, hit the very top one. That'll give you all notifications when they come out with a new video. We are listing a set of Goodyear tires. Yeah, I saw that in your video. Listing good, going through these toys. Girl, you got a lot of good things to go over. This week's featured channel is Moon Goddess Treasures. If you haven't checked it out in the actual link to the community page, check it out. I do have every week. I still keep the last week's person who was actually the featured channel of the week there. We're trying to get Rosie's Closet over the 1K mark. She's getting close. So if you haven't checked it out, go back and look at the community page and see who was featured last week. And of course, Moon Goddess Treasures is getting closer to 1K as well. They're featured this week, so go check it out. Marcus, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing? Make sure to block. Thank you for letting us know that, Dina. I didn't realize he changed that as well. Let's see. Where did I see this at? The time is 10 o'clock. Oh, here we go. Let me make sure I check that because I don't know. I don't think I have that name under my on his Instagram. I'm not sure. I'll just have to check it. So yeah, thank you for letting us know that. Can I see the same? Can I see that same on my phone? Yes, you can. You should be able to. Yes. Happy birthday, Kate. Yes, there's that video. There's the link. Let me add this to my watch list so I don't forget. Because I've been wanting to go back and watch it, but it's been crazy yesterday. Stop it. And then I want to add it to my watch list. Save it. Add to watch list. All right, it's there. So I can go back and watch it. Because that was something when I heard about that. I can't believe that happened. But then again, you just never know what's going to happen. But there's the link for the video from yesterday. Let's see. Featured channel. There it is. It is in the community page of the channel, so definitely go check that out. Where did it go? Lord Jesus, it flew on me. Wow. Holy crap, where did it go? Oh, here we go. All right, there we go. Wait. Moon Goddess Treasures, Two Hip Chicks. Hello, good morning and welcome. Clear Thrift, man up, fool. Stop hiding. Exactly. And the more he's going to change names, the more we're going to figure it out. Some people never grew up, Johnny. I know. And the sad thing about it, he was very well knowledged in the community, but for some reason lately, it's getting worse. And now he's attacking a lot of people that are there to help him. So always remember, be on the lookout. There's going to be somebody in every community like that. And we just want to make sure we stop it. And I know he's watching and lurking because every time you go to his channel, it's got a different thing on his channel, but that's okay. Children will be children. But just remember to block them. If you're having a wrench in your channel, and you have them wrenched, go ahead and take it away. You can do that in your channel, and I can show that. If you need help, reach out to me, and I'll show you how to do it. Polly, hello, good morning and welcome. Sorry, I missed something. Yeah, we're just trying to block out a bully in the community that's thinking he's going to take control over somebody's channel. But we got his number. Remember to block him on Instagram too. Yes. Perlini, you have to filter. You may have to filter by channel to get the channel that comes up rather than his videos with that name. Okay. But it's okay because I'll watch it because anybody who comes on my channel that doesn't have a wrench is being great anyway. And so that is a dead giveaway when I see somebody come in with a different name. Is this guy was deleting comments on? Yes, that was yesterday. Yes. That's why we bring it into awareness this morning. Because he did that yesterday, we're going to let it know. We're going to let everybody know. This community sticks together. We just have to do it together as a team. Y'all channels, and sorry I missed that. You're okay. You're going good. It's all good. Everybody can drop their own links if they want. Good morning. Everybody saying hello. Bye, everybody. Gino, have a good day. Don't work too hard. Thank you so much for coming on the show this morning. It was a pleasure to have you as a guest. Can't wait, Gino. Yes. I'm looking forward to his new one. Nice to meet you. Everybody saying hello. Let's see here. Dawn's channel link. Polly. I'm trying to get caught up. Going to be right here on Johnny's tomorrow. That was a dead giveaway. Yes, she's a channel. She's our sub tomorrow. She's our guest tomorrow. She gave it away. It's all good. So yeah, she will be our guest tomorrow morning. Okay, where am I at? Lord Jesus, this channel's flying. I'm trying to get caught up. Thank you so much. Look at this. Super sticker from Kate. Thank you so much, Kate. Happy birthday. And again, not necessary, but greatly appreciated. So this is for you, Katie.
The dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let them have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it. With no problem. Let them have it.
Thank you so much. Everybody's saying hello, sub. Make sure you drop your links to your channel so that others who are here that have not checked out your channel can check out your channel and subscribe to you. Dina says she's 5 away from 400. There's her link. See if you can help her out by getting her to 500 if you haven't done so already. When you go to someone's channel on their links in the chat And if it's in red, when you get to that channel, that means you're not subscribed. Change it to gray. That lets you know you are subscribed. Good morning, Johnny. Pick up a double wedding ring vintage quilt. Oh, those are some nice quilts. And an estate sale yesterday, I thought of you with quilting. Oh, thank you so much, Dory. That's awesome because those are very hard to make. My dad has made a couple of them, and I tell you one thing, it is a lot of work. But they're beautiful when they're finished. So that's my cousin from Louisiana, Dory. So give her a warm welcome, Solar Seller. That is my cousin from Louisiana. It's possible their accounts have been hacked into. Anyone reached out and asked him. Only reason I'm not reaching out to him is because he has been in multiple channels lately. It is him. And he's also saying negative things on a lot of channels. We don't know what's happened and why, but it has been happening a lot lately. And so we don't think he's been hacked. We just think it's him because of the things that he's been saying in other people's chats. Adam Exploit, hello, and welcome. Good to see you. Who's your guest this week on your show? If you're doing a guest, who will it be? And don't forget to put the link in the chat for everyone to check it out. Let's see here. Good morning. Everybody saying hello. Hello, Mara. Buying space. Hello, Johnny. Just got back from the post office. I will have done my unboxing video, my bingo tonight. Thank you for being so good to us, all of us. You're welcome, Mara. Glad that you got it. Judy May, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see each and every one of you. Again, if you want to come on, the link is in the little blue box above in the chat. You're more than welcome to come in the channel on the live and come on. That's all right, Dawn. You're good. No big deal. Good morning. Good to see each and every one of you. That is no problem. We're going to have you on tomorrow, and we're going to have a good time. Let's see here. My Second Chance Sneakers. There's the link to his channel. Everybody's saying hello to each other. You're welcome. Not likely. The channel is now gone. Yeah. If enough people report him for the things that he's doing, it should be okay to where he will not be able to do this because that's a form of bullying. And I don't tolerate that. It's up to you. There you go. Check it out. When people within the channels will help him out. Maybe you could stop taking medication he needs. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm reaching out today, Johnny. I have few people in mind. Okay, cool. That'll be awesome. Good morning, Zygon Mark. Hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see you. Good morning, Papa Smurf. How are you doing? Overslept. I understand. I wish I can do that, but for some reason I just can't. Some people got too much free time on their hands. Yeah, you're right about that. I think it's more for attention. I don't know. I really don't care. Now, if he needs help, he needs to reach out. That's fine. But yeah. One of the things that somebody sent me a message about him doing the $100 dollar hunt. Like I told that person who told me, you know what? Good luck. He's losing subs. A lot of people are leaving his channel. Good luck. That's all I got to say. That's Johnny. Any chance there is a list this community is? Wait, is there any chance there is a list in this community of what folks specialize in? Sometimes I come across something and used to be some advice. That's a good idea. No, I don't think. And if anybody does have that, it might be Victoria. I'm not sure. I don't know if there is one. But that's a good idea. I'll have to reach out to Victoria and see. In her morning show, you might want to ask her if she does, maybe. If you get up in the morning, she's up usually and on her live at 7:30 p.m. Larry starts it at 6:30. Victoria goes on at 7:30, and then I go on at 9. So, and I think Paul goes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10. But yeah, you might want to check her out and see. She may. I know she has a list of the YouTubers, their names and their real names, but I'm not sure if she has any list of what they collect or what they specialize in. But we already know. For example, Nana does glassware. Jimmy from School Flipper has toys. Everybody's a little different, but when it comes to a list, I don't know. Speaking of list, Roy from Horizon Picks does a lot of toys / comic books. Paul from Paul Antonelli does toys. So everybody does something a little different. And again, it would only be maybe because of their specialties when you watch their channels. But when it comes to a list, I'm not sure. No, Dina's people are ridiculous. I know Dina. People are ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, if anybody wants to come on, the link is at the top. You're more than welcome to come in. And speaking of, who we have here, let me remove this and see who this is. Hello, 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 Amy. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I was doing good until I just spilled my coffee down my leg.
Oh.
It wasn't hot because I'm sitting outside and it's kind of cold right now, so it's not hot.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's the good thing. I'm like, well, crap. And I didn't spill it all. I only spilled like half of it, so I still have half of it to drink.
That's coffee abuse. You know that, right?
I know. I'm like, my son's like, are you going to suck that out of your pants? I'm like, no, I'm good.
Okay, that was a good comment for him to come out with you on that one. How you going to do that? You'd have to wring it out.
Right. And then what, wring it out into a cup? No thanks.
Yeah. I could just see somebody doing that too.
I can imagine.
I don't know, but yeah, sitting on the curb, feet dangling. Who you waiting on the curb for, James? Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. 116 away from 1,000. Whoa, you're getting closer. That is awesome. So if you haven't checked it out, Moon Goddess Treasures is the featured channel of the week on the community page of this channel. If you check it out every week on Friday mornings before the morning show, I do change the new channel who will be featured. And Moon Goddess Treasures is the featured channel for the week. Last week was Rosie's Closet, the other crystal with a C. So if you haven't checked out that, go back into the community page and check it out and see who is the featured channel. And it's always, of course, their link is there as well. What did I, wow, it flew. What did I miss? What channel was he was talking about? I was talking about Drifter, and the cause of problems he did this weekend in Katie's birthday featured on Prison the Prophet this weekend. And that's who we were talking about. Truly appreciate it. You're welcome. And I'm doing that every week. So come Friday morning, I will always change that on Friday mornings before the morning show. Harry Humstone. Hello, hello. Good morning and welcome, Harry. Good to see you. How are you doing? How did everybody's weekend go on? Robert and I went to a community city, a little citywide garage sale. We got a good bit of little things. I was very picky. What I was looking for, a lot of vintage items, a lot of stainless steel, brass, little things that I've never seen before kind of thing. So I was very picky this weekend. I might have spent under $20 all weekend. So when it comes to that, I'm trying to be picky to where I have a lot of inventory already. So I really don't need anything. But when it comes about, I definitely would pick it up. Mara's 26 away from 500. If you haven't checked out her channel, now there's a link. Check it out. Hot Flip Heidi. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good morning and welcome. Good to see you. So what you got going on your neck of the woods over there, Miss Amy?
Well, I couldn't wait, even though I had, I told you I was going to wait until I got back from Florida.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait. And they were calling my name. I heard them all the way from my bedroom. So I went, they swear they really were. So I went through the one tote that I showed you.
Uh-huh.
And just there's like 47 wrestling figures. The newest one is from what?
What was all the dates ranging from?
19. Oh, there's a fly and it's bothering me. 1987 to 2003.
Wow.
There's a few newer, but they're newer. How do I say this? They're newer toys, but the older wrestlers.
Oh, okay.
Like Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, those guys, like older wrestlers. I found one. I did not know who it was. I had to ask. Well, I tried to do the Google search. It did not work. Mm-hmm. And I asked my dad, I'm like, who is this? And he's like, oh my gosh, what's the guy's name?
Have you tried using Google Lens?
I tried with a couple of them, but I don't think they're getting the full facial features.
Oh, okay.
So it's not really picking up. If it's a guy that gets Chris Jericho, Edge, and Christian like all confused because they look similar.
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but James said, where'd it go? I didn't know flies can fly. That flew that slow.
Oh my gosh, get out of here.
What category do you use for the what sold videos? Entertainment or people in blogs? I actually use people in blogs. When it comes to the morning show, I use educational. When it is like meeting up and meetups and things like that with other people, that is under entertainment. But that's what I usually use. People in blogs when it comes to that. Prison to Profit, Mr. Dante's in the house. So sorry to hear what happened to you yesterday on your channel, but I'm so glad you were able to take control of that. And we're going to be, basically, we talked about it this morning. I'm so sorry to hear about it. But hopefully everything is okay now. He said he's going to be working. Got to get some packages ordered, packed. Yeah, I got my packages already done this morning. I did try to get up a little early and got them all done this morning. So go back again to your wrestling. And well, by the way, the meetup. How was the meetup and how many of y'all met up?
Are you talking to me?
Amy? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't done it yet. I'm not going to be there until the 10th of July.
Okay, I saw Mara say, hold on. Was that it? Oh, I thought it was y'all meeting up this weekend because Mara said they met up with Victoria and Mavis.
I wasn't part of that one.
Okay, so that was this weekend. Okay, so when y'all doing that one?
We haven't figured out an exact date. I told her I'd be there I could do it from like the 11th through the 17th, like any of those days.
Okay.
We don't make plans when we're down there. We kind of just get up and decide.
Right. Is that the one with Paul?
I don't know if Paul's going to be there or not.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I did get a message. Saw in the message in one of my morning shows that he was saying he was going to be coming up this way, so I wasn't sure. Well, wait, there's a Florida meetup. That's something with Victoria. I know that she's been talking about it, so I'm not sure when and where.
Yeah, we were doing a small one, and I think we're all meeting up closer to me since I'm riding with my parents. I won't have my own vehicle.
Okay.
That where I'm gonna be in St. Augustine. I don't know who that is though. I don't think I know who
just
that
definitely check out with Victoria. I think she's putting that together. Hello, Glenn Swamp Picker in the house. Hello. Good morning and welcome. Dante had Chris the Goose and Caroline Holders visit her this weekend. Donatella had Chris the Goose. Oh, Donatella. Okay, they had her meet up this weekend. Oh, cool. So yeah, Adam, Glenn from Swamp Pickers. Hello, welcome. It's good to see you. Everybody saying hello. So go back again to what you were saying about the items you found this weekend that you wanted to get back to.
I did some comps on it, and some of them are like $10, $15, but some of them I have are like $70 to $150.
Wow.
Like the older ones.
About that you were sitting on some money there.
Well, you didn't even see those.
No,
those
but
were hidden behind everything.
We saw like a little when you was giving us a tour that one day. It was amazing on all this stuff, but even those games that you sent me a message about.
Right, and I didn't even like go through the actual cartridge games. Right. I just know that there's 250 the regular Nintendo, whatever that's called. I probably shouldn't even sell this stuff. I don't even know what it is. There's like I had 75 Sega Genesis. I think it was 38 regular Sega. And then oh my gosh, I don't even remember. There was like 108 of the 64. Or maybe there was 108. It was either the 64 or the Super Nintendo. And then there was like 112 of the other, which I can't remember which one was which.
Jesse already says, I'll buy them all. Thank you, James. That is awesome. Know your products. Yep, exactly. Look, there's his email. Email him. There's
so much more in there. There's the remotes. I sold 4 of them. I'm like that. I thought they weren't worth anything. I did your little trick with the camera and the light. Yeah. I sold 4 of them and made $500.
That is awesome.
I don't know how. I'm just like, it's a remote. I don't even know what the heck this goes to anymore.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, as long as you can get the model number and the remote itself and the name brand of it and all that and list it properly, It's going to sell because I've heard a lot of people saying, and that's why I brought that up last week about how to do the camera thing. Because with the remotes, it's just a simple put batteries in and see if it works and you can list it. And I saw this video this weekend from some guy that popped up on my screen this weekend as someone I might be suggested to watch. And when I watched it, he was selling remotes and he did a thing about remotes, not worrying about the name brand, because there's a lot of people for some reason that are looking for, no matter how big or how tall, how high the price is on an item. If somebody has a 50-inch TV screen or whatever the screen size is and they can't find a remote, something happened and they're looking for a new one, they're going to pay that kind of money because they'd rather buy a remote than buy a whole new TV. So
that makes sense because it's cheaper to buy a remote. Sometimes you can get them for like $20, $30, even cheaper than that.
Exactly.
There was a couple of them that I still had the books on how to program them.
Yeah.
That's probably, I think I got like 150 for that one. And it's old. I don't know how old, but the guy's like, he goes, I had one of those back in the 80s. And I'm like, oh, I don't remember the 80s. I was born in the 80s.
All right. Adam says she was up in the Philly area a few months ago. Oh, he actually stemmed back right here where he said, I told Don to tell her I would come to visit her in the fall and winter, too hot in the Florida summer for me. And then he says she was up in the Philly area a few months ago. Yeah, she was helping Brian, the Mr. Buys a lot with all his auction stuff in his system, his warehouse months ago. But I wasn't vaccinated yet. A lot of the girls on her daughter's volleyball team had the virus. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Wait, where did this go? What her eBay store would like to see her listings. Do you have your eBay link to your store that people can put in you can put in the chat for those who go check out your store?
My eBay store is empty at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right, where are you listing your items at?
I did most of them on Facebook Marketplace.
Ah, so can they reach and see what you're listing on Facebook Marketplace?
You should be able to.
Let them know how they'll find you.
Well, I can't type in the chat, but if you go under Amy Losh, Losh, that's where you'll find me.
Okay, there you go.
I don't have like an actual page for just my business stuff.
So for them to go to find it on Facebook Marketplace, they just got to put your name in?
He should be able to.
There you go. Yeah, they're asking how they can find your listings. I'm working on listing my remotes this week, but mine are selling for around $10 with free shipping. I guess it depends on the model and the type of remote it's for, I guess. I'm not sure. If you want to bulk them games out, I'm serious. I'm a collector of vintage video games and send me your price. Amy, that's for you.
Okay.
Cleartiff says if you want to bulk them games out, he's serious. He's a collector of vintage games and send him a price.
I have the systems along with just the cart. No, I don't have just the cartridges. I have the systems that go with each one of the. Oh my gosh, whatever it's called, the
console.
That's it. Thank you.
All right, we have a question here. If you stack 10 video games up on top of each other, do you need to step? Oh, James. Do you need to step up to the 11th one?
He makes fun of me because I'm under 5 foot tall.
I was born in the 60s and don't remember the 80s either.
I could imagine why. I mean, I might not remember the 80s, but I've heard stories.
I would love to see the remote. Well, I think you sold more than one, though, when you said $500, right?
Yeah, I sold 4 of them.
Yeah, she sold 4 of them for a total of $500.
And 2 of them were radio system remotes, something like that.
So Radio Shack?
Yeah. No, maybe. I don't know. It's like where they have the tape deck, but they also have a CD player and a regular. Yeah. It's like 3 different sections.
Right.
Instead of one stereo.
I have a bunch of remotes that I am currently listing. Yeah, I seen a video this weekend from somebody new that was suggested to me to watch. And that's what he was covering, a lot of things with remotes. And it was amazing what he was selling them for. There was one he sold for like $150 something, if not more. It's crazy, but people are buying
I couldn't
them.
believe when I was getting the comps on them. I'm like, no, who spends like $200 on a remote when you can go to Walmart and buy one for like 30? Why would you do that? But then I realized when that guy's like, well, this one I believe is vintage. I remember seeing it back in the 80s, and I'm like, well, that's why I guess they would spend so much on a remote, because it's of the vintage part.
Was any of them a Bose remote?
I don't think any of them that I sold was.
Okay. That was one of the questions in the chat. All right, everyone. Was getting to that point where I'm watching my numbers go down in the chat for those that are watching and then who are here. Today's Monday. Yeah, it's 10:30, so I got all my packaging already done. So if anybody would like to come on in the background, you're more than welcome after the show ends. You're more than welcome to come up and chat with us for a little while. If you have any of the vintage players, you want those factory remotes for your player. That is so true. Definitely. Yeah, especially if you have both devices, you definitely want to match them up. So please don't forget to put your links in the chat for your channel. If you have anything special coming up, definitely go ahead and put that in the channel chat, because the chats do go up live with my videos when I do put them up live. On the channel. Don't forget, every week, every day we do a show. If you're first to comment in the chat, or you're first to comment when the video goes live in the channel, you're getting a pie point. There is a few days that have no comments, so those are up for grabs. Come Wednesday, don't forget, if you have an eBay store and you have coupons, Wednesday is the last day you can use your coupon or you will lose it. So try to remember to use it up. Go ahead and get you some of those supplies you may be needing. Get that by Wednesday, because come the first of the month, it's a whole new quarter, so you get a whole new coupon. So don't forget to use it before you lose it. If you have anything special going on, don't forget to put that in the chat. Always remember, Monday through Friday, I always have a morning guest. Johnny, send her my email for the game so we can chat. No problem. Let me. I know I have your information, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy it right out of the chat, and then I'll put it in my private background chat so we can have it in the private chat. There we go. All right, it's in the private chat. I got it for her. So with that being said, again, don't forget to put your links in the chat. Don't forget, at 5 o'clock today is bingo, fun night. Free to play. Pass the word out. If you like enjoying the bingo, like I always do every Monday with Dina, my co-host, come and check us out. It's free to play, free to win. You win a prize every time you win bingo. So with that being said, Amy, you have anything going on your channel this week?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't have anything going on my channel until after summer for sure.
I hear that. So like I say before, in each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another until we meet into another chat. Have a fabulous and blessed evening. And until we meet again in another chat, peace out. Later.